cockpit at seat and screens. Horton, you wake up.
Fuck!
You look around you. You see that all of the screens of the cockpit are dead.
In a frantic hurry, I start checking the seals on my suit. Is everything good?
I don't know. Tact investigate.
1 and a 4, and I believe that is 2, 1. That's a 3, and I got a 4, so there's at least one failure.
Wait, what did you need?
I need a 3, and I got a 4,
All
which
right.
is one failure.
It seems fine. Additionally, it doesn't seem like there's any air leaks inside, the cockpit block.
Is this where I Hordon relaxes and lets out a breath, and then the screen cuts to the little tear at the back of his suit he doesn't notice?
No, I'll leave that to your imagination.
Okay. Uh, I guess other than making sure my suit's fine, is there a medical readout that is hooked up that I can read up on to see if I'm hurt?
No.
Well, Horden ain't too good at medicine either, but I think you can check this. I'm assuming I'm in pain, and I obviously don't
Yes.
remember much.
Yeah, thankfully, you haven't seemed to hit the glass of your helmet,
Okay.
and your left side feels bruised.
Well, that's gonna be rough. I check my communications. I don't think my reactor is probably throwing anything right now since I'm in an ejection pod. But do I have any connections to anybody?
I'd like you to make me keen technology.
That's two sixes.
Oh, you go to turn on the radio, and it not even less than even static, you get nothing. Looking down at
Oh
it, it's broken.
well, as bad as everything else can be, at least they wouldn't have forgotten to pack my emergency rations. I check under the seat.
It's all there, all accounted for.
Oh, thank God. Uh, about how long do they give us with our rations? Is it a couple days, or is it like a
Uh,
single like final meal?
you have essentially 3 days worth of food and water
Okay.
and a a small tank of oxygen, as well as some, other, survival kit items.
Yeah, yeah. No communications with the outside. 3 days of time. Horton's not a waiter. I'm gonna pop the seal on the escape hatch and see if there isn't anything nearby. Hopefully, I was lucky and crashing near a debris field. Or for all I know, I could be jutting out of the side of the space colony. Oh, I could be hatch first in the colony.
You, uh, pop open the hatch, and you do see some, uh, units going around for recovery. Looks to be a shuttle.
Do we have any backup signaling devices like I don't know if flares work in space.
You have a flashlight.
Yeah, I'm gonna start popping the SOS signal. Don't ask me what that actually is.
No, it's just two words in Morse code.
Two.
Horde knows that. Me do not.
Anyways, uh, you give three short flashes followed by three slow ones, and then three short ones. And the shuttle out and about seems to be coming towards you.
Well, waste not, want not. I collect what survival supplies we do have, and hold them with me while I wait.
It comes over and through your helmet radio here. This is Beale. Repeat, this is Sergeant Beale.
Sergeant Beale, I've been waiting to hear from somebody. You don't know how glad I am to hear from you.
Oh, Comrade Horton.
Yep, not dead.
Always
Maybe
happy to
not
hear that,
hurt.
comrade. Oh, do you require medical assistance?
Uh, I think I require a full pat down. I'm not sure what's wrong.
Understood. Wait there. We'll try to tether or your pod before going.
All right.
You see the shuttle maneuver towards you, and you see an arm come out of a few arms come out of the shuttle to get a hold on your pod, and you're maneuvered right next to the airlock for the shuttle, and the door opens, and you see a man in an IVA spacesuit. And then over the radio, you hear, "Stay right there. I'll bring a tether over to you."
Yeah, Horden doesn't feel like getting lost in space.
And,
No.
it's a very short distance, but the guy jumps over, holds on to, gets a hold inside your cockpit, sitting like standing next to you. It's pretty cramped. Yeah, hands you a r- basically a piece of rope with a hook on the end, like a carabiner.
Hmm.
And he puts it on one of your belt loops, and then he asks you, "Good to go, sir? Good to go, comrade sergeant?"
I give him a thumbs up.
Up and at him, and he takes a hold of you, and you both jump back towards the shuttle, and you're back in the airlock, and you take off most of your flight suit.
How bad's my left side?
It hurts. That much you know for certain.
Hurts when I breathe?
No.
Oh, okay. Not too bad. I've been bruised up before. That's fine. Uh, I don't seem to remember much. Beale, what was it? What was the final tally? We make it?
It looks like the regiment has made it to Tazakol,
Oh, thank
Sergeant.
God. Well, all right. Time for me to sit pretty while y'all work. Find the nearest seat and I strap in.
And around you, you notice some other unfortunate pilots. one of which is a federal, sort of sitting on the seats, and there is a fleet rifle guard, and
Why not go and sit next to them?
alrighty, you sit next to this blue.
What you in for?
He looks at you funny.
I mean, the only right answer is that for being on the wrong side of well, shit, wrong side of the gun, I guess.
No shit, Sherlock.
What's your name?
MacLeod.
Matt Cleod.
Sidebar, it's pronounced McLeod.
McLeod? Oh, I've always
Yeah.
wondered that.
Yeah.
Learning new things all the time.
Mm-hmm.
You
Said,
didn't on an N64 loser.
I- If Hordon saw it spelled out on his flight suit, it'd probably call him Matt Cleod.
yeah, the Gaelic surnames, they're not often, spelled in an intuitive way for English speakers.
Who got you?
Oh, the Phantom.
Ooh, rough.
Likely thing for him to do.
I pat him on the shoulder. Well, someone always gets us eventually. I thought I'd be flying pretty for the rest of my life, and turns out even I'm mortal. You know, if you ever get any degree of freedom, let me know. I get you a drink.
Holds you to that. And he's waiting for a name.
Ah, Hordon Hurst.
James McLeod.
Man, we almost got movie names. I'm gonna like you. And I move off to the original seat I'd been at, and I buckle back in and get ready for movement flight procedures.
And you start moving, and you're going towards the colony. As you can peer out through the window.
We really did win.
Jozsua,
This is Jozsua.
you know, you hear the colonel say, the Lieutenant Colonel Markovic say,
Sure.
word from the Dame is that a battalion of fleet rifles should be arriving soon.
Roger. Where are we right now situated?
You're in the spaceport.
Right. Right about that. Roger, standing by to clear a landing spot for them. I look around for a pet's-sized patch of clear ground.
There is plenty of space for at least 3 pets, even with, a lot of your own forces already have been moved into the port. It just you need to go yell out to like clear a zone for them,
All right.
which I presume you do.
Yep. I turn on the PA, sort of meander over, and I'm like, clear zone. We got pets coming in.
You see some of the pilots who are trying to, coordinate what they're supposed to be doing. You see Rasvan nod, and the rest of One Rafa start to remount up and move their walker frames out of the way.
All right. I sort of nod and then sort of look around, trying to assess the damage and the spaceport, see if there's anything what sort of most likely way we could get hurt is.
Well, when that Andes class blew up inside the hangar, it did damage a few of the doors, and those could potentially have explosive repercussions,
Okay.
mostly due to air, if there's any air trapped
Let me see.
in
I look
in
around.
an unexpected spot.
I look around for what am I looking around for? Like engineers to go sort of suss it out and see if it's all right.
You look around and you see what looks to be 2 fleet rifles.
2 fleet riflemen.
Yeah.
I'm like, you two. Do you know if there's any engineers nearby? We need to see. We need to suss out and see if that door's gonna explode the moment we turn on the air.
Hmm. I don't think we have any engineers with the shuttle that was brought along. I have an infiltrate.
Who's in
I
charge?
passed it.
Yeah. Sorry.
This guy says, I passed my infiltration course, though, if you want me to take a look at it.
He shakes his head. No, we just need to assess for structural integrity. We're going to need to turn the air on shortly if we're going to stage a proper operation here, and we got to do that without exploding the entire can. Who's in command here? Where's the Beachmaster? Well, I guess they wouldn't say Beachmaster. We'll need to come up with an in-universe word for that.
No, that should be Master Sergeant Maximov.
All right, I go on communication. Sergeant Maximoff, this is Captain Yusuf. Comrade Sergeant, do we have any engineer units nearby? We need to open up these doors soon. We don't want to explode the colony.
Not on hand, Comrade Captain.
So we're gonna have to wait?
Likely, Comrade Captain. Although the battalion coming in should have at least a section of them.
Not a fan of that should, but alright, so Comrade Sergeant, stand by. I'll wait for our battalion to arrive.
They do so.
Alright, do they have any engineers with them to assess the structural integrity of the colony before we proceed?
You get in touch with a Comrade Major Gillamon, and he says that they
Elamon?
do.
Okay.
Gillamon. A spacer.
I was gonna say like reboot, like the Primarch.
No, like the French surname.
Oh, it's almost certainly not pronounced like that.
I don't speak French. If you want to tell me.
I don't know what name you're referring to because you're pronouncing it so unfrenchly. Guillaume.
Guillaume. Guillaume, because I don't speak French.
French is a fantasy language. No one speaks it in real life.
Anyways, as we all know, Cajuns speak it.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Guillaume, you see a comrade. You get a Comrade Major Guillaume on the line. He tells you they have a section of engines that they're going to send over.
He sort of breathes in, breathes out. All right, read him sooner rather than later.
After about 30 minutes of checking it out, they give the all clear.
All right, let's get that door open. Hopefully we haven't wasted those 30 minutes.
Actually, remember, it's getting the door closed.
Oh yeah,
pressure.
closed. But hopefully we haven't wasted those 30 minutes. And you mocked me for integrating so many engineers into the RMMA Warbat.
Look, we're in space. That means you need people.
You need so
You
many.
need fucking engineers.
Yeah, well, it's like it actually you need a lot of soldiers whose job is to put the colony back together.
Exactly. As a physicist, I will begrudgingly accept that you do need a lot of engineers. I'm sorry, I don't actually hate
And not
engineers.
and
I
not
just
and not
have to
based
keep
and
up
not based civil engineers, cringe mechanical engineers.
No, it's the other way around.
Oh, we can't have this conversation now.
Why
Anyways,
would you disappoint me so?
My brother's a civil engineer. I'm partisan.
and you start to go into the colony. Zoifiya, how are you feeling? As you Horde and Hurst first enter the colony through a shuttle, and step off it.
Just opening comms. What's the situation look like? Is he okay?
He seems fine. He's walking about.
Okay. How? Unrelated question. Unrelated question. How's his eye?
Well, from your walker frame cockpit, you can't exactly tell.
Uh, I assume if he's just walking out, then like the atmosphere is secure and such. Um, I'll shoot a radio message over to the captain. Hey, captain, Horton's walking. Can I go give him a hero's greeting?
Stand by for. Is he? How far? How far is he?
I assume he's like right over there. This is a
Yes,
job.
right over there.
Okay, he is right over there, Captain, and I point with my walker frame's hand.
I'll go check him out. Make sure he's still got his fingers and toes, and that he's no shorter from the ejection.
Fuyuki will rappel down then.
That's a real thing that can happen, by the way. You can be made shorter by using an ejection seat because it shoots you out so fast.
Huh.
Yep.
I guess that's what happened to me.
Spinal compression from all those fighter jets you used to fly as a small child.
Yeah, me in real life.
Anyways,
but enough about
there's
that.
actually Fuyuki. There actually is no grav in the spaceport. You just open up the cockpit and leap on out.
Oh right, yeah, because this is on the
Oh yeah, we're in the spaceport. Yeah. I mean,
this
there's
is on the
probably
spine of the colony. So, well, is this okay? Well,
probably
that's
like
actually an interesting question.
1G. Yeah. It would be extremely low, but there would be some.
Because it's on like it's fixed on like the rotating. It doesn't rotate, like it's on the spine of the O'Neill cylinder, right? Then yeah, like very very little to no gravity.
Like 0.05 G. Yeah.
So then yeah, sorry. I looked in VC text. I shouldn't have. Okay. Then Fuyuki will just kick out of his cockpit and propel himself down towards Hordon.
Hordon, Fuyuki comes upon you.
Hey! You still kicking? Got all your limbs? Oh no.
I don't know, Horton. You tell me. If you're speaking, we can't hear you.
Yeah, we can't hear you. Sorry.
I was talking a lot. New headset. It automatically muted. That's a feature I'd never want in a headset. I'm gonna have to dig through the software and see if they can change that because that's ridiculous.
Yeah, automated muting. I was wondering because your audio quality is like almost jarringly better today than it was 2 days ago.
I was saying that as Fuyuki came in, I was waving at them, and then in response to that, I go, "Well, my left side hurts a bunch. My knees are killing me." I knock my hand on my head and go, "I don't think I have a concussion."
Well, that's good. Was really worried about you for a second, but glad you're okay. And he kind of like it doesn't matter where the intention to pat you back, but like he's very sharp. So it's more like the arm.
Uh, is that connection on my end? Is that just
Okay,
It's
well,
Oh
thing, but
god.
Horton definitely
Everyone.
is going to be going to the infirmary and getting
is
yours checked.
is everyone
Oh,
getting robot?
everyone is.
So this is just Discord. This is Discord.
what?
Maybe we need to be in Gen Real 2 or Gurneral 3.
Gen Real 2?
Real.
Gen Real.
Get in Gen Real with it.
Oh, wait, hold on. OBS is stupid. You might need to reset it now.
Huh?
Okay, just make sure OBS is recording Discord audio.
It's been doing that the entire time. It does it for the entire site.
Okay, sometimes if you change channels, it doesn't.
Do I sound normal now? Am I still a robot?
Everyone sounds normal.
Yes.
Okay, that was weird.
Fuyuki, what were you saying?
Well, what I was saying before I was censored by Big Discord, I try to do like the thing where like I pat my friend on the back, but he's much taller than me, and I presume I am like on the ground now, so it's more like I'm patting him on the arm, but you know the intention still gets across, I think. Did your headset mute again?
No, Horton's just staring in the distance.
Oh, my bad. Okay, understandable. I'm
Oh.
sorry. Forgive me.
Fuyuki, I think I almost died.
You know, I was really worried about you for a minute there, more than a minute. Glad you're not dead though.
So, what's the turnaround time on a new frame? Or do they
Uh,
kick me out, do you think?
He like kind of scratches the back of his head for a second. You know, I'm not exactly sure. They're not going to kick you out. I would advocate for you were they to kick you out, or try to kick you out. But you know, and he kind of like has like a scheming expression on his face for a second. He puts like his thumb and pointer finger like by his chin. I just made ace today. So theoretically,
Oh no.
I could get. What do you mean? Oh no.
That's going to go to your head, Fuyuki.
No, it's not.
Like dangerously.
No, it's not.
Your voice is getting higher.
You're making that up.
No.
You're making that up. He like crosses his arms.
Do I see Joshua's walker frame in the distance?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you would.
You
Not a massive hanger.
Yeah. You see me make eye contact with your camera feed, and I just point at Fuyuki and rub my head.
What?
If possible, were it possible, the walker frame would shrug, just like, yeah, it happened.
But
Well,
what I was saying was, since the unit needs a new walker frame, I could give you mine if maybe perhaps I have the fortune of being given a new machine. I'm not expecting it or anything.
Hordon
I'm
looks
mostly joking.
incredulous at you. I got blown out of mine. I almost died. Feel like my skin's worth more than your glory.
Next to you, you hear Lieutenant Rassifin says, Comrade Hordon is correct. You are both more valuable than the walker frames you pilot.
There's kind of a serious expression that comes over his face for a moment. He's like, "Look, I'm sorry. I shouldn't be."
No, 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 no. It's a momentous occasion, but we have to keep perspective on these sorts of things.
No, I get it. I just, you're my friend, and no degree of personal glory is worth you being harmed in any way.
Oh, don't get sappy on me. I'm fine. Besides, I'm worried that if we get a new machine, it's going to be a weaponized miner.
Please. At the worst, it would be a Sullivan. Also, Sergeant Hurst, you should probably go speak with the captain about your marching orders.
Oh, I hate debriefs. They ask hard questions. All right. Yep. Oh, let's go,
You know, the
Fuyuki.
secret to debriefs is to simply say that you don't have clearance to reveal that information, and he just kind of winks.
Fuyuki, I straight up thought you were just going to say, I do not recall.
Oh, you could say that one too.
Which,
Those are
in my
two good
case,
ones.
is realistic. I honestly, do you know what took me out? I was going fine, and then wham, memory gone.
Oh, some federal bastard, I think. I got him for you, don't worry.
I hope it was a federal bastard, because the alternative is, does NLF have walker frames?
The
Uh,
NLF?
Yeah.
They do, but they tend to be very old ones.
I mean, they do, but, old ones, and also they wouldn't be firing at us.
Well, that's my insinuations. I hope it was a federal, because the alternative is unfortunate and unrealistic.
Agreed. And he gives you a thumbs up.
Now what?
Is this one of those fancy hangars where there is both 0G when we want it and gravity when we need it?
No,
I
always.
do not think it would be.
It's nope. Always
Yeah.
0G.
Because, like I said, it's on, like, the spine of the O'Neill
Yeah.
cylinder, so it does not benefit from the, simulated gravity.
Anyways, I
get, like, a
presume you go
really-
over to Joshua or get in contact.
Yeah, I was
Yes?
about to say, yeah, definitely hit it over there. Do we feel the spin more here in the center, or we feel it more on the outsides?
Outside.
Yeah, you actually we're feeling. We're actually the bit we're in right now isn't rotating at all.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's not
that's
spin.
that's
The
that's
spine
cool.
doesn't spin. Well, because the point
are-
is, if it was spinning, it would make it very hard for ships coming in to dock. So,
Mhm.
you know.
Fair.
Because, like,
Imagine if you had to
technically
do 1,000,000 of that one scene from Interstellar every day.
exactly, because technically down the spine of the O'Neill cylinder, there is no gravity. Like, it would be very difficult to do so, but theoretically, you could, like, float something down the spine of the O'Neill cylinder.
I'm just imagining like not sip.
I'm gonna throw a paper airplane out the spaceport and have it, like, float down the I'm imagining, like
Frank.
I'm imagining, like, 2 engineers in, like, the different ports at the different ends of the colony just sending each other messages via paper airplane. I don't think that would work. Because, there's also, like, air resistance and drag and shit. But it would be funny. Forbidden train?
I'm gonna be
No.
honest. When you said dragon shit, I thought you said there was dragon shit.
No, there's no
Incorrect.
dragons. There's no
Anyways,
dragons.
you get in contact with Captain Yusuf.
Hey, Cap.
Little John, you're alive. I'm really happy to hear that. Um.
Aw, shucks, Cap.
Anyways, is there how are you doing medically? All your fingers and toes and teeth and eyes?
Well, no doc, but I think so. Hurts. Do you know getting ejected out of a walker frame hurts?
I mean, cognitively, I don't know how much it hurts, but I believe you. Do you think you're good to fly today, or do you want to stay on the ground? We're gonna need every man we can get, no matter what.
I put the dumbest smile on my face. Yep.
All right, don't push yourself. We need you. We need you tomorrow.
No.
No,
Would never.
yeah. Don't. If you even feel a little faint or whatever,
Fantastic.
you let us know. You let us know. All right. Well,
You know, there was one time I'd been on shift for probably a day and a half straight. We were wired, Cap, and this doesn't feel anywhere as bad as that.
well, good.
Yeah, good.
All right. Well, stay frosty. We need you alive and in one piece and sane. Well,
Yep.
relatively.
Cap, would I lie to you? Yep. The answer's yes.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, but I almost called him Bonky. Jozsua sort of purses his lips for a little bit and just sort of goes silent. It's like, maybe. Depends. But anyways, all right, you find yourself a walker frame and get in it. I don't know if we'll be able to requisition one such short notice. ... Question mark.
Oh no, I like this find one and get in it plan.
All right.
There's a Sullivan available.
Don't know what it is. Hopping in.
It is a light walker frame. It's around 5 meters shorter than the buffers.
It's a lot
Oh,
of meters
Cap.
shorter.
Irony loves me, don't they?
Usually it's a joke when people talk about their getting shorter after they eject.
Little John,
Little John,
little
in a little
sergeant,
suit.
little ejection, little suit, little frame.
Anyhow,
Well,
doesn't look
We
safe
keep
to
going. There's always
pilot.
little stuff.
happy to have you nonetheless.
you all hear Colonel Markovic say, "We're moving in. Walker frame, aim squadron. We're to clear landing zones along several points along the colony. 1 Rafa, I want you on First Avenue. 2 Rafa, I want you on Main Street. 3 Rafa will secure the hospital, while 4 Rafa will secure the emergency firefighting port on the opposite end of the colony. 5th and 6th Rafa will remain here in reserve, while 7th Rafa remains on standby outside.
Is it advisable to deploy walker frames so
Aye, aye.
close to a hospital?
What was that,
Why?
Zoifiya?
Why is? No, but the hospital might prove a likely target, and having a walker frame there might ward off anyone with malicious motives.
I thought it was supposed to be hearts and minds.
Well, hearts and minds seeing us protect a hospital is actually pretty good.
Still, ugh. Let's just be
I mean,
careful, okay?
Don't get stupid, but this is a high risk, high reward operation here.
you see some of the pets. Uh, all the fleet rifles get back into them, and they get up and at them. And you go first, all of you, and you enter the colony through a service hatch. And you're off to the races as your objective to secure Main Street is about 5 kilometers away and about 1 kilometer or so down. Don't quote me on that, but that's the rough idea. It's not terribly far for a walk.
Okay.
And you don't receive any anti-air fire as you're going. This isn't an instantaneous process. So if someone wanted to take a pot shot, they would have already. It's somebody at the very least. On the length of the colony, you see that there have been several fires that have broken out. So some smoke is starting to rise to the center of the colony's atmosphere. Along with that, you can see some tracer fire from some ongoing fire. But, Jozsua, that, from your training about the Novianets War, this is a relatively restrained battle inside this colony. It could be much worse.
All right. Well, I'm glad it's not worse.
Yeah, it absolutely could be worse.
The fact the sky is still visible, the pains, it means it's not as bad as it could get.
Indeed.
Well, not yet. A lot could happen today still, and everyone's like, we're always on our best behavior, but seriously, best behavior today.
Understood.
We were trained inside, Captain, we were trained inside the colony. This is breathing to us.
And we've never fought in one yet, and we certainly never fought in one with really unclear lines of fire.
You go
I
over
have.
to... Oh?
Not in a mobile suit. I mean, walker frame.
I'm gonna strangle you.
This is the redo! This is the redo!
I've already
Redo
called
of
him
what,
I've
Tyre?
already called him Bonky twice. All right.
Anyways. Hey, it's Fuyuki.
Yes, me. Hi. Considering what we discussed.
Go on.
Yeah. No, not in a walker frame. But I've seen fighting in a colony before.
All right, and you know more than most that one slip, one wrong shot means spacing everyone here. So,
Indeed.
also, Fuyuki, we're probably going to need you to disembark at some point and act as a liaison with the locals. I speak Cronian, but we're going to have a lot of really technical terminology, and I do not want a miscommunication today. So, your translator.
I also know how these people work, considering we're going to be dealing with the NLF.
All right, I'm putting a lot of trust in you. If you say something, if you say we go, we go. If you say we pull out, we gotta pull out.
Understood.
You all get moving towards Main Street, and you see a landing zone next to it. Unlike, say, what you, Jozsua, and Zoifiya are used to, this is a federal colony. It is not mostly the urban sprawl you're used to. The way it could be described is essentially there's a series of small urban centers along the spine and length of the colony pretty evenly spread out. So there's a lot more greenery than you are typically used to.
How big are federal parks? Jesus.
It's not as altruistic as it seems. It means they can cheap out on air scrubbers.
Still, so much wasted space. Doesn't Saturn want to... What about the population? Where are they gonna put all the housing?
Jozsua just sort of shrugs. I don't know. I don't know anything about designing colonies.
Why does every single person always default to shoving as many people to a spot as possible? I'm tired of cramped spaces. Fuck it, bring them. I welcome the parks that are bigger than anything I've ever seen before in my life.
Does remind me of Earth. Just a little.
And you all sit down. Jozsua, you are to secure Main Street.
Right. We advance in the direction of Main Street.
You get there. There's the tallest buildings at this place are about the size of your walker frame. Like you could, if you were to put your hand on one and start to pull yourself up, you could just peek over them.
Spooky.
So not small buildings, but they're not skyscrapers.
Sure.
Fuyuki's walker frame is sort of like turning its head back and forth to sort of get a good scan of the situation.
As you do that, Fuyuki Hordon, you're together walking. Fuyuki, your eyes rest upon a shop that's been, the storefront has been shattered glass, that is. And there seems to be a small fire of, the car right next to it on the street.
I'd say fairly common sights given what's going on here. Maybe not common, but I guess like expected.
Can't take a colony without cracking a few eggs.
And Horton, as you
Indeed.
say that, your eyes turn to what looks to be a series of bodies that have been lined up against a wall.
Everyone hears Jozsua kind of spit up in his mouth a little bit.
Fuyuki has a very neutral expression on his face. And not his normal giddy for more excitement. He's just kind of looking, observing. He doesn't seem to really be reacting much.
Oh, that's rough.
That's an understatement.
This is war.
I know. I just, you don't have to like it.
We have the luxury of fighting our opponents in giant robots. Not everybody does.
Speaking of which, these buildings are clear, right? We've no civilian presence in the area aside the hospital.
None known.
None with at least the general vicinity that this landing zone is supposed to be.
This is where the fighting was the hardest. It's probably pretty clear. Probably.
I wouldn't bet on it, but for the purposes of continuing with what we're doing, sounds good enough.
We have an objective. Let's keep moving.
And around the street comes a little Jeep with 4 dudes in it, with the flag of the NLF sort of
What is the
being held up.
flag of the not to like ask a tricky question, but what is the flag of the NLF?
Do I get to design another flag? Let's go.
Let's see.
Like if this is a tricky question, just say I don't have one and cut it out. But
It's a dot surrounded by 2 rings. The colorway depends on if you're aligned with what faction of the United Front.
Just Bucky is here. Just Bucky would be here. All right, sounds good.
And because I haven't determined these colorways because I'm making this on the fly, you can tell that they are left NLF.
Huh?
And they come over to you and they park and they sort of just wait. Doesn't look like any of them have radios that could communicate with your walker.
Are we actually have we fully like made it to the hospital yet?
No, not the hospital. You're on Main Street.
Oh, Main Street.
I presume we have made it, given that we are standing still.
Fuyuki,
Yeah.
would you mind debarking and asking these gentlemen what they want?
Can do. And Fuyuki will pop open the cockpit, and just kind of rappel down. And he will walk up to them. Say, "Hello, my name is Junior Lieutenant Fuyuki Ryu from the IVA.
Happy to see you, Lieutenant. I'm June.
Nice to meet you. Is there
Is there
anything we
anything
can
we
help
c-
you with?"
I was just about to ask you the same thing.
Well, we're supposed to make sure that nothing gets out of hand on Main Street, I suppose. We're still short on manpower, right?
At least for the time being, you have a battalion for the entire colony. And there are
So, yeah.
you can tap forces for additional assistance when it comes to an infantry contingent.
However, at this
I see.
moment, we are unaccompanied.
Yeah. The point of you taking Main Street was to clear a landing zone for your fleet rifle.
I see. We're currently trying to clear a landing zone, but if you give me one moment, just gonna radio my captain.
What you got, Fuyuki?
Well, we've got members of the NLFs offering help. I could
Okay.
allow them to assist in our maintaining control of Main Street, I suppose.
For now, I'd rather you just send them on ahead a little bit so that they can be our advanced scouts.
All right.
That's what we need
I can do
now
that.
more than else. We don't have eyes in the back of our head, and we're easily ambushed.
Gotcha. He will turn back and he will say, "Well, if you'd like to help us out, if you could do some scouting around in the general area to make sure that nothing nasty is coming to pounce on us, that would be appreciated."
Understood. He gets out a map. And it looks like it's a normal city map, and he points down as we're right here.
All right.
On here in Maine, most of the federal holdouts are here by the bank. There might be a few stragglers, and he brings his finger a little bit right height, which is about 500 meters from you. He says, there may be some stragglers who escaped liquidation and from the department store.
I see.
If anyone's going to come upon you with anything that could actually hurt a walker frame, it will be from that way.
Should we be expecting hostility?
Limited.
Understandable.
He looks over to the bodies as lined up against the wall. I wouldn't count on many of them.
I see. Would it be fair to say I have a disposable camera of some sort so I could, like, take a picture of the map?
Would you like to spend an errata point?
Sure, why not?
You're down to
Or at least,
5
like,
near.
with my walker frame, uh, to some degree to transfer the information to everyone.
One of them has a Polaroid.
Yeah, actually, one
Yeah,
of
I'm
them
just gonna
does pull out a Polaroid and snaps a picture and
It was a
hands it to
brand
you.
new technology at the time. Like people would be all
Hell
over these.
yeah.
Yeah.
So futuristic.
"Thanks," Fuyuki says, and, he gives them a smile.
No, thank you, comrade. We've been working for this day for 20 years.
"It's almost over." And it
Not
looks
until
like
Saturn's free, comrade. And he hops back into the car.
you know it.
We drive off.
Fuyuki will head back up into his walker frame. Alright, they're gonna look around. They said, there might be some, holdouts, and he will indicate, where the guy told him. I don't remember. I think it was the
From the way
department
of
store, and then there was something else.
from the way to the department store, they told you that there's still a firefight going on with federal holdouts near the bank.
I see. And there's still a actual firefight going on near the bank if we would like to intervene in any capacity.
I'll radio up and see what we can do. I get Danny Boy on the horn.
It says, Captain,
We're hearing reports of federal holdouts in a bank nearby. Requesting permission to engage.
permission granted. Have the fleet rifle has the fleet rifle company assigned to you landed yet?
He's gonna take a look around to see if they're close.
You see them coming on, but it looks like they're about a kilometer out.
They'll be here in about 10 minutes.
Wait 10, then move in with the fleet rifles.
Roger. Fuyuki, tell the NLF men that we need to wait for our riflemen to join up for us, but then we'll be heading their way.
Do I still have? Well, I guess I don't have radio contact with them. They drove away, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, well, never mind then.
Not to question orders, Comrade Captain, but isn't the main objective the city hospital?
Yes, but and these holdouts pose the largest risk to the city hospital.
To
Indeed.
remind you, that was a different Rafa's objective.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
we're securing Main Street.
I forgot. I thought I thought that was Rafa too.
That's 5 Rafa.
Yeah, our mission is just to secure. But anyways, anyone headed to the hospital is gonna probably have to pass through the main thoroughfare, and the holdouts pose the most significant risk to anyone trying to come through.
Fuyuki sighs, sort of tips his head back, runs his hands over the control sticks in the cockpit. Ready to engage whenever you give me orders to.
Actually take Hordon and follow the NLF men to the hospital and let me bank and let me know what's going on over there. I'm gonna stay here with the infantrymen, with the riflemen, and then me and Zoifiya will follow you up.
Understood.
I'm gonna go be my eyes for a minute. Don't engage unless fired upon.
Gotcha. Hordon, you hear him?
Yep, Fuyuki. I actually a little worried.
What you
I
worried
don't have
about?
the auto cannons anymore. I just have this beam rifle.
Well,
I'm gonna look scary. That's about all I can do for you.
you will look scary. I'm presuming they are mostly individuals as opposed to equipped with walker frames.
Presumably based on the fact they're inside a building. Yeah.
Yeah.
Safe bet.
If you want, I'll
Sullivan fight.
approach. If you want,
one.
I'll approach first so I can draw fire. Should there be any fire.
Works for me. I mean, I'm not too worried about getting hit. I'm just worried about overkill. I'm probably not going to shoot back. Just spend my time wasting their time shooting at me.
Understandable. I mean, worst comes to worse. We have feet, we have hands.
Oh. Yeah, I'm not sure I want to live with
You,
that.
you hear Yozsua go, you hear another coming over the radio.
Okay, well, I have feet and hands, I guess.
I mean, I'll deal with it. I just won't enjoy it.
You don't have to enjoy it.
But it helps.
Horton,
Probably
Fuyuki,
better for your psyche if you don't.
You start walking towards the bank,
We walking.
We strutting.
and you get there because you're in walker frames. A couple 100 meters distance isn't a lot for the two of you.
Yeah.
And you do notice several wrecks of, cars and jeeps with, very neatly dead center mass holes shot through them by what's likely a Hampson recoilless rifle.
Oh god, that's rough.
Eyes on the prize, as they say.
You know,
What's,
Fuyuki, the more I think about it, I'm glad I got knocked out in space. It didn't have to do any of this.
Having been on the ground doing this, there's a reason I say that we now have the privilege of fighting our opponents in giant robots.
It looks like as you're observing the scene, the NLF lacks the firepower to dislodge these Federals.
Looks like it's time.
So okay, break down the situation for me. Like, what am I seeing?
So this bank can see most ways. As just imagine the small urban block this bank is on has been taken up by Federals. And the NLF are fighting, but they cannot seem to overcome these Federals on their own. They lack the firepower. Especially,
So are there?
they cannot bring vehicles to bear because it looks like these Federals do have some recoilless rifles. They have some anti-tank.
Are they out on the street in front of the bank?
The NLF are.
Fuyuki, might not be a bad idea to just spray the windows with your autocannons.
I was getting to that. I just needed to know if they were on the street or not. Fuyuki, as he approaches, will, over the loudspeaker of his walker frame, say, in Cronian, and then, I could spray the windows with my autocannons.
Are you going to?
Yeah.
Please roll me a snapshot.
Okay. Give me your dice. Dice time. Okay, that's not great, but what's my snapshot target? Alright, that's 12. I got an 11, so that is 2 successes.
2 successes, Fuyuki. You start to open up, and the building's covered in dust as you put a nice big gouge of HE into the middle of this building. And then, there's 2 loud sounds of, dust kicking up. And I'm going to spend a narrative point.
Okay.
Reduce your systems by 1 as you just got winged by a handsome recoilless rifle.
Unfortunate. I can just adjust this right on my stats on my character sheet, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Systems reduced by 1. Affirmative. Does it still look like they've got a pretty good setup here?
It looked like
Oh.
it hurt, but it doesn't look like it killed.
I see. Fuyuki will say over the loudspeaker, again in Cronian, would you like another volley, or are you clear to move in?
Wait, what?
Oh, wait, no, I guess they can't respond to me, fucking can they? I was to the NLF, I was asking if they want me to fucking open fire on the building again, but, they can't
I didn't hear that at all.
Oh, did my mic fuck up? Is that what happened?
your mic's been a little spotty the last few minutes.
Hold on.
It's not your fault.
Let me try.
Anyways, while Vinny's handling that, Jozsua, you see the company of fleet rifles land, and as they do, you hear an autocannon rip out.
Well, where's I whip around to see where it's coming from.
The direction of the bank.
Ryu, I need you to put covering. I need you to suppress the autocannon on that bank. They're firing on the incoming pets.
Understood. Wait, okay, I took my headphones out and plugged them back in again, so I missed. I'm so sorry.
Oh, so the pets are landing, and then someone from the bank opened fire on them with an
To make this very clear, Quix,
Mhm.
Jozsua just heard Fuyuki's auto.
Instead of saying that what he just said to Fuyuki, instead he will say, Fuyuki, is that you? We just heard autocannon fire.
Affirmative.
Alright, give us a warning before opening fire next.
We'll probably open fire again sometime soon.
Roger, let me know afterwards.
Cap,
Understood.
I'm about to blast a hole in the bank.
A
As
firm,
am I.
that's... A firm, do you
Except-
need the rifleman will be here in a few minutes.
Probably don't do that with the beam cannon, though.
It's a small beam rifle.
Not that
It
small.
says tiny itty bitty beam rifle.
I don't think it says that on your loadout, Hordon.
Actually, joke's on you, Vincent Vinitham. It does say a small beam rifle.
That's hilarious. Gonna ask, like, is the bank step-onable?
Yeah.
Because I suppose that would solve the problem real fast.
You'd have to get there first.
Oh, okay.
We shouldn't leave it standing. It's a symbol
Yeah.
of capitalist dogma around the world. Or something. I don't know. I was reading a book last night.
Wow.
For this
Yeah.
week's book club?
Yeah, Hordon's trying to read. It was called
was it that one I
Buzzwords
recommended
101.
you? It is not the one I recommend.
That's a good book. That's a good book.
How to speak communist.
How to speak communist.
What's what's a thimble of thread?
Anyways,
What's a good price for a coat? Sorry.
20 yards of land. The fleet rifles touch ground and they start disembarking. I presume, Captain Yusuf, You tell them.
I appraise them on the situation and get them going in the direction of the bank.
They get a move on.
Great. It won't take us long to get there, but I have to let the rifleman go first so we don't get freaking ambushed.
Correct.
You let us go first.
As scouts,
No, it's 'cause
you
we're just
you
built
you
different.
chose to do that other stuff.
Fair.
It's because we're built different, Hordon.
I think I'm faster than you. Probably not really. I'll make a dive ahead of cover to draw fire so you can get closer.
So I can step on it? Is that the plan?
Yeah.
Based, okay.
So I'm gonna do like a running, jumping, combat dash roll from one piece of cover to the next, one alleyway to the other. Damn the collateral.
Damn the collateral.
Damn the collateral.
Damn
Yeah.
the collateral.
We're gonna rebuild this anyways.
Well,
What-
not
not-
damn the
not-
What
collateral
was
to the
Zoifiya
point.
saying? We need more apartment blocks.
No breaking a hole in the colony. Look, I have standards. I have boundaries. And it's breaking a hole in the colony. Anything short of that, I put up my hands.
Horton,
Yes.
you get a move on. And, you see more anti-tank open up on you as you get a little closer to the next block of cover. And I imagine you just sort of let yourself smash into the side of this building.
Yep.
And to cut back to Jozsua and Zoifiya as you're walking along, and these fleet rifles are moving quickly.
Mm-hmm.
From one of the second stories, a flash comes out, and then a fleet rifleman goes down.
Do I get a good look of where the shot comes from?
Yes, that you do.
What is it?
Small arms,
I'm
like a rifle.
gonna put an autocannon around where the shot came from, and then step in front of the rifleman, and then take a knee to give them cover. You can tell
Alrighty,
I've been thinking a lot about joint walker frame infantry tactics lately.
you do so.
All right. As the smoke clears, what am I looking at?
It's a hole in the building, and you see the fleet rifle quickly of this platoon step around next to the knee of your walker frame to check on their guy, and then two sections move towards the building. Jozsua, you see them very particularly as they walk up to the first building.
Mhm.
You see one of the younger ones, looks like a private or so, go for a grenade, and you see the corporal in front of him stop him, and then you see this corporal right next to this door on this building pick up a cinder block. He looks like he yells something, then he throws it in, and it crashes through the door. And then there's a pregnant pause as what looks to be a duo of maybe 20 somethings, civilians, sort of flee the building rapidly.
Well, he's gonna unarmed, like in civvies.
Yeah, those are civvies. And then the fleet rifles rush in.
This is complicated. All right. I'm going to let the fleet rifles go in and then go to back them up and try and call their sergeant on the radio. It's like, what are you seeing in there?
I think it might be a lone sniper, sir. It's lone sniper, comrade.
All right. Well, All right, if you find out where he is, let me know. I'll drill him from the other side of the wall.
Maybe not. This building doesn't look fully abandoned.
No, if you see any civilians, please be sure to let them down.
Understood, Comrade Captain.
Ah, this stinks.
And I'm not sure because I haven't thought about this, but I'm just gonna say, you hear a few rifle shots, and then you hear back from the sergeant you were just talking about. All clear.
Roger. We will proceed in the general direction of the enemy.
You do so.
As we near the bank, what do we see?
As previously mentioned, it seems like the NLF lacks the firepower to take on this strong.
All right. I'm gonna stay peek behind a corner, and I'm gonna talk with the fleet rifleman. All right. What we need is we need you to peek around the corner and get us a sight of where the recoilless rifle shots are. We need you guys to take them out. Do we have colony mortar support?
One moment, then you see the lieutenant you were just talking to in charge of this platoon go to his radio man. Picks up the line from the backpack his RTO is carrying, and he brings it to his ear. This is one Rafa, one Rafa first platoon requesting mortar support. Understood. They seem preoccupied, Comrade Captain.
We have no indirect fire. We're gonna have to get creative. He's gonna get on the Rafa radio. All right, we need to bring down this building and take out the recoilless rifles without actually exposing ourselves to make any danger. Anyone got any ideas?
I got a small beam rifle.
I'm working on something.
Care to get me in on the loop?
Sorry, I presumed all of this was happening simultaneously.
Oh, so I come around the corner and I see Fuyuki like body slamming the bank.
But
That's
was
what I
Hordon.
thought was happening. No, Hordon drew fire. I was gonna like charge at the bank specifically and squish.
Ah.
Yeah, because Hordon charged into if I understand correctly, the maneuver was Hordon dashed across the street to draw fire, and then I was gonna run forward while he did that at the bank. Because the point was I'd have to get there without getting shot a whole bunch. But if I could use a Walker frame flashbang in a way that would not blind the people behind me, I'm not sure how well that works.
They
'Cause
got
I don't-
goggles.
Well,
I
we're gonna
don't-
find out.
I don't feel like blinding the NLF. I'm not gonna do it if that's like a reasonable
Look,
risk.
it's like when the U.S. Navy men had to put on the goggles to watch the atomics drop. Just have them put on goggles or turn around. They'll be fine.
I
Move
don't
check,
know if
please.
Oh god, move check, gotcha. Hey. Oh, that was a good roll. Let's move 13 target. Got an 8. 6 successes.
6 successes. Lucky you versus my 4 and 2.
Lucky me.
And they can't get a really more than anything than a hit on your beam shield, as you go into the alley between 2 buildings on this block with only a single window anywhere near you. So you're right next to them and they cannot shoot you.
I see. Um, maybe I'm having trouble picturing the scale here, but is it possible for me to essentially bring down the building on these guys?
Of a single walker frame?
I
Like,
suppose not then.
that's a big ask.
Okay, my bad. I'm sorry. Um, sorry, I'm like struggling to picture things. Maybe this is just me being stupid.
No,
Um,
no. So, like, I think about the walker frame is you could do it, but you couldn't do it just like that.
oh, I see, I see. It would take effort.
To like like using just your limbs, bring down the building, that would be at least a few minutes process.
Could I launch one of my arm grenades in there?
You could.
My question is, that would not have enough firepower to actually damage the colony.
No,
I
no,
can
no, no.
use
Of
the
course
limbs
not.
to. Okay.
Like, not even close.
Good. That's what I just have to double check because.
Like, even your walker frame slowing up couldn't punch a real hole.
Okay, good to know. Good to know. I assume it is still no beam. Uh, no beam weapons in the colony rules though.
Just generally, because you might accidentally hit the glass if you're not careful.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
And it's something you don't really want to structurally mess with.
Yeah.
Although beam sabers you could
Oh,
probably get away with.
you just kind of read my mind because you know what I think would be more effective at like melting everybody in this building than a grenade? I think it would be a beam saber. If I can do it in a maneuver that wouldn't be like carving into the ground.
That would be
Does that
very
make
doable.
sense? Okay. Then yeah, I'll do that then. Let's melt some guys.
Please make a melee check.
Okay. That's what I'm good at. Where's my melee? Where's my melee? Where's my okay.
Regular
target.
melee. Melee regular.
Melee regular. Okay. All right. I got a 7 that time. 7 successes.
7 successes. You bring it down near your ankles and you just sort of swipe the bottom.
Yeah, that
And
was basically the plan.
and pretty much the front section where a lot of these Federals probably were sort of collapses on one approach. And Jozsua, you hear
Yep.
the lieutenant you were just talking to ask permission to move in.
Permission granted.
And you see the fleet rifles rush, bayonets fixed.
They don't. How does it go? I wait to hear for like fire support calls and like whatever.
Captain, do you have this under control, or would you like me to strike again?
Let's stand by and wait to hear from the freaking fleet rifles and see what they have to say.
Understood.
We don't want to do too much without letting them know unless we unless we kill a bunch of them on accident.
I'd like
Or
to avoid that.
civvies in the building. You
Or civvies in the building, which is also like on the table.
And you see a lot of the NLF guys also start to follow the fleet rifles in, pouring into the hole you all made.
Mm-hmm.
And Joshua, after a while, you hear back from that lieutenant, and he asks, "Could you send a unit over to the other side to cut off their escape route?"
Roger. Fuyuki, move around to the Fuyuki, take Yozsua and move around to the other side to cut off their escape route.
Understood.
Copy.
I will do that then.
Zoifiya, you have to, go. I have a question. So, do you go along the same route that Fuyuki did to link up with him, right?
Uh, when you say same route, like what's the layout looking like?
Go into the alley. So this is essentially an urban block. So like the place they're holed up in has streets for all four directions. And there's multiple buildings in it, most importantly the bank. Hence it's called the bank.
She'd
And Fuyuki ran up to it in the alleyway in between two buildings, and that's where he was.
she'd go between the buildings, essentially, yeah. Just
So
trying to
you
link up.
basically walk forwards to where Fuyuki is.
Yes, yes, yes.
So you switch over to the other side of the building. I don't imagine you go onto the actual street in case they have, Hampsons pointing outwards from there.
Mm-hmm.
Zoifiya, you're about standing here for, I don't know, 15 minutes?
15
And
minutes.
eventually you see some of the Federals, what looks to be a colonial, basically flop out onto the street as this firefight's going on. You know, he's run out of the building. And, the NLF are pushing in because it looks like the defense of this place is collapsing. And, this colonial raises his hand, an NLF man walks up right to him and points his rifle down and wastes him.
Good riddance.
Both Fuyuki and Zoifiya say that.
Correct.
She's like, hey, they're not following protocol. What the fuck was that?
It's war.
There's standards to war, Fuyuki. We have rules.
They don't have to follow our protocol.
Does the NLF not have protocol?
Yes, the NLF has protocol. It has different protocol.
Clearly it fucking doesn't.
Zoifiya, they are fighting a very different kind of war than the one that you are used to, clearly. It's messy. It's not fun to look at. But it's what needs to be done. And you don't have to do it. But I need you to consider that these bastards had their boots on the neck of these people for fuck knows how long. I think they're owed a little justice.
Jozsua? Hordon, you're hearing all of this.
Oh, are we? Okay.
I'm going to say you are.
What's going on over there?
Sounds like cleanup detail cap.
Yes, precisely. Colonial left the building. NLF men shot him.
Colonial who?
It was the guy who was an
Combatants?
officer, right?
Combatants
Yes.
making their way out at the back?
Yes, combatants.
Was it NLF or one of our guys?
Who did the shooting? NLF.
Running or shooting? What was the officer surrendering? What was going on?
And he was just leaving.
Running?
Psst, Zoifiya.
Yeah.
You have an account of this that contradicts what Fuyuki's saying.
Oh, did I misunderstand something? Was
No.
he actually surrendering?
Yes.
Oh, I guess I missed that.
no,
I don't know what's wrong with me today.
Zoifiya,
No, the thing is, this still is a Fuyuki thing to say.
If we want to roll with it, Zoifiya's going to just say, essentially, no, he's just trying to pull a pistol. I didn't see.
Then what are you mad about? What's going on?
It was a misunderstanding of the situation, Captain.
All right. If anyone's trying to surrender to you, you have to let them. And if someone doesn't want to surrender to the NLF, well, yeah, they might have a reason to do that.
Understood, Captain.
Understood? If anyone tries to surrender with you, you let them. You take them and hand them over to the rifles. Don't let the NLF get to trigger happy with anyone tries to surrender with them. They kill prisoners over here.
Zoifiya's Walker frame is just going to look over at Fuyuki's. You know, the visors meeting each other.
Fuyuki's is staring straight ahead, and he's being quite quiet. Especially for him.
It's important to recognize that we're sticking with IVA protocol here. Let's keep moving.
That we are.
All right, me and Little John are still keeping our eyes on the front of the building, waiting for calls from the rifles.
You do get a signal. It's not from the rifle.
What? Who's there? Come on in. Can't quite hear you.
Breaker. It's federal forces. Can you hear me?
This is Captain Jozsua ibn Yusuf of the International Volunteer Interstellar Volunteer Army. Who is this?
This is Major Hurt Stoltz. Federal Light Infantry. Requesting permission to surrender.
Are you? Where are you?
In the banks, they're slaughtering us down here.
Very well. Make your way to the nearest federal officer. We'll try and call off the NLF.
Fleet?
I didn't catch that.
You mean fleet officer?
No, I said IVA. I meant IVA. I'm not sure. I forgot already what I said. I'm sorry.
You said federal. It's like, wait.
Oh, I said federal. Find your nearest volunteer officer to surrender to. We'll try and get the NLF off you. I go turn around and look for the NLF guy in charge.
You see June, the man from earlier, sort of milling around.
Hey, we need to get your guys out of the building. They're trying to surrender.
Joshua, I would like you to roll me keen empathy.
Keen is 3, empathy 2. Ugh.
Would you like to spend a narrative point?
I'll spend a narrative point. And not that it helped. It would have passed anyways. Yeah. Wait,
How many successes?
by passed anyways, I meant would have failed otherwise. Wait a minute. No, threshold 5, result 4. Yeah, 3 with the narrative point, 3 successes.
3 successes versus my 2. And June, no rank, no last name, simply says, sorry, not enough radio.
What do you mean not enough radio? What the fuck does that mean?
Contact hard.
Oh, he just sort of he turns to Sergeant Maximov is the rifleman, right?
Correct.
Maximov, I need you to go into that building and pull the NLF off of the prisoners as fast as possible. We might have a massacre on our hand.
He nods. Understood, Comrade Captain. And you see him taking in another section of fleet rifles into the building.
This could get really bad really fast, he says over the Rafacom.
Could be worse.
Ow.
I have a question.
We have answers?
For whom?
All of you, Red or white?
Oh.
Red or white?
Ooh, red.
Red, always red, yeah.
Yeah.
Low or high?
Oh
High.
no!
Low.
Oh,
Yay, day marble. Throw it out.
Low. I guess the consensus is the majority says low, white low.
I
No, red
have
low, red
some
low, red low.
very good news for all of you, especially you, Jozsua.
oh.
White 4, red 3.
Oh
The
no.
fleet rifles make it in time.
Oh Jesus.
They do make it in time.
Fuyuki, tell June that Maximov, what are you seeing in there?
It's a shit show down here, comrade.
Is there anything we can do?
Well, it won,
Just glad
and
it's
then
not too late.
you hear, some talking. Hey, I'm sending a few squads around to interpose ourselves between the NLF and the feds.
Keep me apprised on the NLF situation.
Understood. I'm gonna go try to find the lieutenant to get his sections moving too.
If you need
Raj.
me down there to communicate, I can hold my own in a fight should need be.
We'll take you up on that. Fuyuki, disembark and be Maximov's translator. Keep your radio with
Understood.
you and your gun handy. Get a helmet off someone if you can.
I've got my gun. I've also got my axe.
Come on.
But yes, I will. I'm not gonna rappel down this time. I'm gonna have the walker frame take a knee and go down its hand, so its hand can kind of shield me if someone decides it they want to take pot shots at me. Um,
You get down to the street level, Fuyuki, and I presume you walk into the building.
yeah, I will try to like get a helmet if I can, but
There's some dead federals with helmets sort of lying around, as well as some, it doesn't look like any of the NLF men had helmets with them.
I'll snatch a helmet off one of the federals in lieu of having anything better. Uh,
Understood.
I'm not gonna
You-
like put it
Yeah.
on immediately. I'm gonna wait for them to like see me. I mean, I'm wearing a IVA uniform, so like it should be clear enough.
Well, you're wearing a bright orange flight suit for one thing.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I love my bright orange flight suit.
And you rush into the building, and you find Master Sergeant Maximov almost immediately. Lucky you.
Do you require my assistance?
Can't and her to have an extra translator. And then he points down. I want you to go on the west side of the building and tell the NLF to back off.
All right. He gives a thumbs up. I can handle it.
Good luck, Comrade Lieutenant.
Thank you, comrade. He nods. This is an important question. Am I going alone?
Yes.
Okay. I'm fine with going alone, but I just wanted to make sure I'm going alone. I will head around the west side of the building then.
Are you running fast?
Yeah, sure, I'll run fast. I imagine this is a run fast is necessary type of scenario.
I see. You get moving, and where these feds are holed up, and you see what looks to be a group of 20 or so NLF, men and women, start to move down this hallway towards them.
Fuyuki well, I assume the feds are not like actively fighting them. They're like holed up in a room or something.
Yeah, something to that effect.
Fuyuki stands there for a moment, takes in a breath. I'm Junior Lieutenant Fuyuki Ryu of the IVA. The feds have communicated that they intend to surrender to the IVA. Does that sound like acceptable terms to you?
Then you hear from out from the crowd, uh, uh, someone yell, a woman, "We should just kill him!"
They're colonial bastards, aren't they?
Blue scumbags. Eggs.
Is my radio switched off? Well, I'm gonna switch my radio off. I guess I don't have to, like, ask. It's my radio, I can switch it off. I mostly meant, like, has it been switched off?
It's been on.
Okay.
It's just on not transmitting, I believe.
Yeah.
Okay, then I'll just leave it alone. If it's not, like, automatically transmitting everything I'm saying. Fuyuki takes a breath in. I used to be IVA.
Used to be IVA?
Not fuck. I meant to say NLF. I'm so sorry. I ruined my dramatic moments by being stupid. Yeah, I'm quitting the IVA. Just
Oh,
just
well.
so you know.
Trigger, Judas.
Dang.
I can't damn your sudden but inevitable betrayal.
I
What do you mean inevitable? No. Fuyuki will say, I used to be NLF. I think you people know these people better than I do. What they may have done. If I look the other way, can you keep quiet about it?
What's there to say?
That I tried to convince you, and you didn't listen.
Well, you did try to convince us.
Fuyuki smiles. And you didn't listen.
And they start walking past.
He lets them. Until Saturn is free.
And, they start going down the hallway. And, you hear some gunfire from that way. And then a lot more gunfire, and then some silence.
what's going on over there? We heard a lot of small arms.
Fuyuki,
Then you hear
Oh.
the lieutenant say, it looks like Lieutenant Ryu couldn't stop them on the west side of the building. Some of them got through. We might have to write an incident report. We had to return fire, get them to stop.
Jesus Christ. How many dead? Or how many casualties?
Looks like 8 wounded, maybe 2 fatalities out of that. Blue side. I don't know about the NLF though.
That's not good. It's
Captain?
very bad, in fact. What?
Fuyuki's,
What
like,
you got?
breathing heavily.
Fuyuki, are you alright?
Yeah, I'm fine. They didn't harm me. They just didn't fancy listening to me, that's all.
Well, you're not hurt all in one piece.
I'm fine.
Alright, well. Try and don't think. Well, try and make your way out of there. Try and stick with the fleet rifles. We don't need you as a translator anymore. We'll have to keep the freaking NLF off of these prisoners, trying to process them. He is starting to stammer as he starts to see the gore from the you know.
If you require me to translate, I can stay down here. Whatever you want.
Glue yourself to the fleet rifles.
Understood.
And Fuyuki,
Yes?
stay safe out there.
You don't have to worry about me, Captain. Or Comrade Captain.
And is there any sort of betrayal in sort of Fuyuki's voice regarding the deception? Anything he could cling on to?
I don't know. Fuyuki, please roll me Charm Deception. Joshua,
Charm
please roll
Deception?
me
Okay.
Keen Empathy. Or Keen
Oh
Leadership.
god!
Can
Keen-
Zoifiya
My,
also
my
roll?
charm deception is fucking non-existent.
Can Zoifiya also roll keen empathy, considering she also covered for Yuki earlier?
Putting up
Sure.
my fingers together, can I have a narrative point so my threshold isn't 2?
No, because this is player on player.
Oh, okay, fair. Reasonable.
Question: because Zoifiya
Oh.
had that conversation with Fuyuki earlier, can she get a bonus here?
I'll say a +1.
Well, my threshold was a total of 2, and my result was a 5. So that means 3 failures on my part.
Only 2 failures on my part.
Joshua?
One success. A single
Joshua?
solitary success.
The local Soviet has allotted 1 success to your case, Joshua. As you think, and no, Yuki sounds full of shit right now.
Fuyuki, did you see something?
What do you mean, see something?
If there's, I don't know. It's if there's something we got to report up the chain of command or organize for. Are there any fleet rifles hurt? I don't know. Is there anything more to this?
Hordon's gonna reach his Sullivan way up and put it on your Walker Frame shoulder. Probably let this one go, Cab. Remember what happened last time we pulled this shit? It was a mess.
Let what go?
Not-
What's happening down there?
What? Fuyuki, are you lying to me?
Cap.
Comrade Lieutenant Fuyuki Ryu, what is happening down there?
I've reported exactly what is happening down here. I informed them that the Blues wanted to surrender to you. I communicated our intent to let them surrender to the IVA, and they did not listen to me.
Who?
I
Cap,
don't expect.
Fuyuki's
I
not
don't
a
expect you.
diplomat.
Indeed, I'm not a politician. I am a soldier. I'm not a diplomat. I am a soldier. And I also expect that it is reasonable for, in the event that they did not listen to me, I shouldn't put myself in front of a bunch of guns.
He pauses, given Fuyuki's completely calm and even tone, completely not buying that he was just threatened with his life. But there's nothing he can do about it. So he gets on the radio and says, "Pull back and get back in your walker frame."
Understood. And he will do so.
He's going to open a private channel to Zoifiya.
Oh, Captain, what's going on down there?
I don't know, but Fuyuki and Hordon are lying to us.
What the fuck is happening in this colony? Comrade, Captain. They've been killing them left and right. This isn't following IVA protocol.
I know. He gets on. He goes. He switches. Turns off the private channel. Goes back onto local comms and tries to get the lieutenant for the naval rifleman.
You get him on the line.
Have you been able to process any surrenders? What's going on over there? We can't see anything.
It looks like we managed to capture on a company level element. We're still working through them all. This area is secure, though. And we should be able to start moving them out to be transported soon.
Soon. He just fully, his stomach fully just like churning and free falling. He's gonna get Brigade. He's gonna get Dancing Queen on the horn.
Timebomb, what do you need?
NLF is firing upon prisoners. Please advise.
Here a moment. Can't be everywhere. If the Blues surrender to you first, process them, take them in, don't let them get hurt, or as best as you are able. We're not exactly equipped to investigate every single incident out here, Captain.
Do I have permission to fire upon NLF?
You can stop for a second. That would be inadvisable, but I can legally not stop you, Captain.
He just hears that and thinks, why can no one answer a fucking question anymore?
Jozsua, you are fully within your rights to do so, nor would I begrudge you to do such a thing, but it would likely lead to the end of your time within the IVA, or at least on this front of foreseeable future. So do as your conscience dictates.
To Rafa actual over and out. And then with the all radios off, fucking coward. He takes several deep breaths, opens up the radio again. Lieutenant, what's your objective? Oh, I mean location. Location. What's your location?
I'm still in the bottom basement end of the bank, sir. All right, Captain.
He looks around the bank to see like what infantrymen are around him.
It looks like there's a squad, sort of near, like the entrance, and then the bank.
Faction? Oh, but like a squad of what?
Fleet rifle.
Okay. He opens up the PA to that squad and says, "Don't let any NLF out of the. Don't let any NLF into that building."
You see a thumbs up from one of them.
Can I hear this? I presume no.
Yes.
Nope.
Oh, I can. Oh,
nope. You said PA, right?
Not a PA, like the suit speakers. Fuyuki is on the opposite side of the building.
Ah, yes, you're right.
Can Zoifiya contact comms?
No, but you can direct channel.
Okay. Zoifiya is going to direct channel Fuyuki. Back in the alley.
Yeah.
Comrade Lieutenant, what happened in there?
They weren't going to listen to me regardless of what I said.
What did you say?
I said they wanted to surrender to the IVA and not the NLF. And they didn't like that very much. I can understand why the Blues wanted to do that. That's completely understandable. Had I been a Blue bastard, I'd probably rather surrender to the IVA than the NLF. Given my own experiences, given what I've seen.
What's going to become of this colony if it's paved in blood? My entire life growing up, I've seen nothing but memorial. Every street, there's a name. Is that what you want here? Is that what you want for your home?
Two things. One, I don't think anyone would raise a memorial to these bastards. Second thing, this colony isn't my home. But it is theirs. I don't think the IVA has any right to come in and tell them how the liberation of their home should be conducted.
This isn't liberation. This is slaughter.
Zoifiya, war is messy. Real war, I mean, not walker frame fights in space, not the kind of thing you read about in books. This is actual war. It's not pretty. It's never going to be pretty. And no, I don't like it, and no, I don't enjoy it. But there's no point in pretending that it isn't what it is.
Don't you talk about any greater good to me. You are saying what this is with your own eyes. Do not try and justify whatever this is.
Are you Cronian?
I can't sympathize. I can sympathize with your cause. I can sympathize with your plea, but
You Cronian.
I'm Greek.
Then it is not your call to make.
So you have the right on how you kill your own people. Bastards, yes. But this is Cronians against Cronians. This isn't anything else.
He sort of takes in a deep breath. This is what it looks like to be on the ground and on the front lines when the revolution you want and call for is being enacted. I have seen it before, and I will see it again. And no, it isn't pretty. But you know what? It's like I said. When you spent your life with a boot pressing down on your neck, I think you have every right to lash out as violently as you want to get them off. And as far as dying for our home and fighting for our home, there's sort of a look on his face. He pauses for a second. There's a few, I guess, cracks of something deeper emotionally happening, and he just kind of forces it down. There's a reason I came here alone. Here, to join this unit, to... So many people have already died. And I don't need you to talk to me about how many of our people we've lost. Every one of the people I went through basic training with. Friends I've had since I was little. They're dead because of this war. And they wouldn't want me to stop fighting. They wouldn't want me to go soft.
The scene fades. Jozsua,
This is he.
is there anything particular you'd like to do, or would you just write your report?
What's the situation? Like, where is he? What's going on?
Tazakul has been officially liberated.
Delightful.
After that little firefight on Main, most of the emergency vehicles were given a clear thoroughfare throughout the colony. Now that, it wasn't a war zone anymore, which did it allow the fires to be fought along the length of the colony. There were some similar incidents of lower scale to what you saw, but it seems like the Fruit Rifles and the Anarchist infantry that followed up right behind them seem to have it largely under control.
Okay. And then where am I and my team and everything? Like
Um,
presently?
After, celebrations on the street between, grateful locals and such, the Provisional Council of the colony has taken on most of the administrative duties, leaving you all the opportunity to go back to your ships. So you are
Okay.
back on the Benino Rosa.
And where in the Bienio am I?
I presume your own quarters?
Right. Is Rasavine there?
Yes, he's working on this week's newspaper. He has a draft in his hand, still handwritten copy.
Good to see that there is no trivial activity that cannot just totally occupy Rasavine. No activity too trivial that Rasavine cannot be completely and totally occupied by it.
Actually, he seems very much the type to want to be occupied at all times.
Istvan? Yajwa says aloud.
Yes, Joshua?
He makes as though he's gonna open his mouth a few that he has something to say, maybe something he wants to ask. Never
If
mind.
it's something, are you sure?
No. I'll as I stammer, I'll let Rasavine get his line out. Line out.
Joshua, as my duties as partially a chaplain, I am obliged to keep any confession secret.
I'm not a Catholic, Istvan.
Yes, but as a chaplain, that matters very little to me. So if you have something to say, I will not be obliged to report it. And it's sensitive, that is.
What's the... He just sort of like takes his hands, like massages the bridge of his nose. At what point does someone become complicit in something?
Well, that's really hard to say. It's ultimately a structural issue. And you as well as I know that as lone men, there's only so much we can do.
Right, but let's take the structure out of it. Just person to person. One person does a bad thing to another person, and another person knows about it or suspects about it. At what point does... Ugh. I sound like a Jesuit right now. He just sort of slides his hand off his face and slaps the desk. Never mind.
Are you sure?
No. But he keeps working on his paperwork.
Horton,
Yes.
what do you do?
Well, I'm assuming that there are celebrations happening about this time, correct?
They're worried, but you've gotten back from the party.
Okay. Before me are two paths. I'll go with the easier one first. I'll come find Fuyuki.
You find him in his bunk.
Junior Lieutenant. I give a curt salute.
Fuyuki sort of snaps closed the looked like he was writing something. Sort of puts the notebook away and turns. Hey, Hordon.
So that got messy.
I expected it to.
Look. The rest of our Rafa is not as... Ooh, what's the word I'm looking here for?
Based?
That's close. That's a good one. Not
Nice one, Captain.
not in this era.
Little known anime Tension and Soul invents slang term use of the word based.
I don't think they have their hearts in it as much as we do. I think intellectually, but I don't think that they're... We've been in the shit. You're a Crodian that was not on the Federal's good side for a while. We've both seen our fair share of the pain they cause. Man, do I love to strike out. But I think we're gonna have to... I'm gonna say stop. Don't want to say stop. Captain needs plausible deniability.
I understand.
But the captain's also got that quizzitive soul. He'd start having some ready answers, I think.
I mean, Fuyuki just kind of shrugs. He has plausible deniability.
Maybe just deniability. We get the plausible part out of it. I think that might be the issue.
Well, then what do you suggest I do?
I don't know. That's why I'm talking to you, because there's going to be more of this shit, and I don't see any way around it. Because neither one of us are going to put this. Junior Lieutenant, do they got cameras in here? Recorders?
I don't know, do they, God?
Why would do you have any
I don't.
idea how much copper that would cost?
Yeah, I figured. Nah, too expensive.
Whoa. I'm a security integrator. They don't use fiber?
What's fiber?
Nah.
Fair.
Wasn't
I
like
don't think we
common
have that.
knowledge to the same extent in the 80s.
Then I'll be more free with my talking here, I guess. I plan on making every federal I can pay. I'm not going to jail. Certainly not taking a ride in the brig, and definitely not getting rid of this cushy job that we have. Making them pay. Shit, I don't know. We're gonna have to brainstorm about this. We've got tendencies. We've got anger. Got the need to lash out.
We do.
The captain's gonna be an asshole about it.
He is.
I don't know. Maybe I'll talk to him next.
I've been admittedly slightly avoiding doing that. And he just kind of laughs a bit.
Did it feel good?
Some people have no stomach for what this business entails.
No, I understand the business side of it. Did you enjoy it?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't hear that you said something. My bad. Vincent being stupid. Fuyuki is quiet for a moment. Takes in a breath. I did.
Badass. Keep me and you, Goblin.
I don't think anything can change that about me. Much to probably the captain's frustration. You'd figure he'd expect this of me, given my track record.
Fuyuki,
Yeah?
we charged headfirst into every conflict that we have ever been in, from our training to our live action fights, and they act surprised every single time.
Yep. Like clockwork.
Do you think it's time we just press the issue?
You know, maybe. I mean, we do need to work out our sort of group tactics and cohesion situation, but I don't think it's going to do either you nor I any good to have us just hang back. I mean,
Holy
clearly both of us are good at what we do.
hell, Fuyuki, I just noticed.
Yeah.
In the crew family, we'd occasionally have this, right? You know, we're all together, but you still want the intimacy and the privacy of a talk, right? Like you don't. Do you know how often going to the mess of the ship, having your breakfast, and then just one of us shout out the bullshit that's been bothering us, you just say it. You throw it out in the face. There was 3 or 4 times I thought I was gonna hitch off the ship at the nearest station, and we actually just talked it out as a group. I don't think we've ever done that. We keep having these side chats.
Exactly.
Fuck
Everything
this.
has to be layered in bureaucracy and structure, and it's fine. We're real military or whatever. I made a choice. I joined here. I didn't stay with the NLF.
I keep hearing about the hangar discourse, the squares, the arenas, the whatever. Fuck it, come on. And I grab your
Where are we
wrist and I
going?
start heading out the door.
Oh, where are we going?
Captain.
Okay. He just kind of shrugs. Why the hell not?
We're not also just trying to find the captain. We're also finding Zoifiya.
Okay.
You find her. You're
Actually,
sort of walking the hall.
if we want, Zoifiya might have actually gone to Jozsua
Okay, then.
earlier.
You want like you two have already been talking or something?
Essentially, if that's okay with Jozsua.
Works for me.
You know, she'd have like 3 cups of coffee.
Okay.
If y'all want to have y'all's talk and then we'll come interrupt.
I'm
Yeah.
okay with just continuing to get off.
Actually,
Like,
let's skip to the interruption. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay.
Boom.
Alright.
First did you hear?
We
Zoifiya?
know. I think we all know what they'd be talking about.
Yeah.
Zoifiya, it's more
Fuyuki being
efficient to drink
upset.
espresso.
What do you
Indeed.
mean? What do you mean it is an espresso? This is space.
We went over this. You can't have. Wait, are we doing centrifuge coffee? Is it just spinning around really fast to go through the
Or you
filter?
could centrifuge coffee, I guess, but it would just be easier to make espresso, I think, at some point. Anyways, that's not. We're about to have an intense scene. Everyone, gird your loins.
Opens the door. Fuyuki, Hordon, and there at the captain's desk is Zoifiya, and sitting down, the captain.
Rossavine, would you give us the room, please?
Sure thing. He picks up his papers and a pen.
Yeah, skedaddle, big boy. I'm sorry, that was rude. I'm being an
He just
asshole
looks
right
at you.
now. I'm all hot right now. I don't mean it.
I understand. Today was intense. I do expect you to keep a better hold of yourself tomorrow. We have a lot. We still have a lot to do in those colonies.
Yeah, hearts and minds. I remember.
Do
Fuyuki
you?
just kind of nods.
Nope.
No, Yozsua says that aloud.
Yeah, I don't. Nope.
Of course you don't. This is all just
I'm
a
gonna
game.
be honest,
Neil.
Captain. When you do your briefings, I am in La La Land. I try to pay attention, but very dry.
Thanks for the vote of confidence.
I just could spice them up a little bit.
Maybe make a PowerPoint presentation?
Oh, that would be so cool.
You know, like a
Wow.
visual aid.
in 80s like presentation with like glass slides.
Yeah, with like
Yeah.
slides.
Got your little expo
Anyways.
marker.
How much of that was in character? Volca?
Definitely the nope. The sentiment's probably the same, but we can axe the presentation shit stuff. PG-13. We've hit our allotments. I've
Well-
definitely dropped all of the F-bombs we're allowed to have.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's Japan, so the answer is 0. Well, thanks for the vote of confidence, guys. I had a great lesson today about how much you all think of my leadership of this Rafa.
Well, part of the reason why we're here, and Zoifiya, I'm glad you're here too, is I think we all need to talk as a group. No side conversations or bottling things up or holding grudges. I think we just need to work this out because we need to be able to be effective as a team, both in and outside of combat.
Cap, you're misusing us as resources.
Oh, am I? He
Yes.
says with a grin. Like with a completely uncharacteristically ironic smile.
We are the very heart of a revolution. We are those most affected by our enemies. We're the most hurt. We're the most damaged. We are a literal force of nature. We're the things that carry you forward. But you keep putting us in a little box. Why?
Because if I don't, you'll do a lot more of what you did today.
I didn't do anything.
You lied to me.
I did not lie to you. Zoifiya did not lie to you. Zoifiya didn't do anything. And for pullback, Hordon was always in the walker frame next to you and was just telling you to
Oh yeah, that's right. You were.
try to pull you off of.
I forgot who was with who at which
Yeah,
point.
you-
Yeah.
Yeah, you're good.
You were the
Hordon did-
dog.
I
Fuyuki
did-
was the chew toy, and I was trying to get you to drop it.
Yeah, no,
Hilarious.
I wouldn't say you lied to me. Instead of saying you lied to me, he would say, "Seriously, you're gonna make me say it?" He says, looking at Cootie.
Go ahead, Captain. We're here for a reason.
Yeah.
I think you killed those people, and if you didn't, I think you let the NLF do it.
I didn't pick up a gun.
When you say that, Hordon turns and looks at Fuyuki and is like, "Yeah, badass." And then once you say you didn't pick up your gun,
2D gives
eh.
worst answer ever. I was okay. So you did let it happen.
There was no point in talking them down. I communicated what our intent as the IVA was. But I said this before, and I'll say it again. We're dealing with people who are fighting for their home. I don't think you expected me to, if I couldn't get them to stand down, put myself between their guns and the Blues. Did you?
He sort of scratches at like a speck on the desk, unwilling to make eye contact for a moment.
Fuyuki, I think you at least.
If I'm being completely honest, I would have never ordered you to do it. Kind of expected you to, though. Which, is just my bad as a commander. Again. You don't really do orders. Would it have made a difference if I ordered you to put you in there or not?
Captain, You know what I did before I came here, right?
Yep. Presuming you've been honest to me about it.
So then, you're aware, I guess, of... He just kind of, gestures vaguely. Look, I am not in the NLF anymore. And I made that decision for a reason. However, I am fighting for my home. I am fighting a revolution. And that's what I thought that all of us were doing. Fighting a revolution.
So,
It has nothing.
how was the revolution furthered by the NLF randomly murdering federal prisoners, souring the good name of the revolution, us in particular, not just the IVA and the NLF, denying our
Gab-
credibility and also causing our enemies to fight to the last man next time rather than, surrender, making the revolution longer and bloodier.
Did you have something to say, Hordon?
I was gonna say, that's the thing, Captain. As someone who has been directly, and I mean directly affected by the Federals, which is going to be most of the people around here, I don't give a damn what happens to them.
Indeed.
I attempt to kill them before they get a chance to surrender. If they happen to survive, well, cool, right? Intel. And that is going to be the thriving viewpoint of the majority of the people around here. I'm sorry that the cameras back home aren't going to like this for the good souls. And again, whatever it takes back to Luna, to hell with them.
You know those cameras are the revolution, right?
No.
Well, besides that, they're showing us
What do you
winning.
mean no?
To an
He says,
extent.
turning over to how is the revolution not what the people believe we are?
You have a point, and I won't argue with that. But the revolution is also what happens. Boots on the ground. The men and women who are fighting and dying for their home. And sometimes things get messy. And I'm
So
not going to be more brutal than I need to be.
Nothing about what happened today needed to happen. You were more brutal than you needed to be today.
Do you know what any of those federal individuals might have been responsible for on that colony? No,
Yep.
you don't.
I do. I get intelligence reports that you don't see. I get a lot of things that you don't see. I share a bedroom with the squadron intelligence officer.
Yes, I'm sure a report is the same thing as seeing it with your own eyes.
No, I'm sure it's not the same. I'm sure it's not lies, though.
I'm not claiming it's lies.
Cap, you are oh, go ahead.
No, go.
I was going to say, you are a small retention wall in front of a tidal wave. Humans get messy. This is going to get messy. You are going to have to pick your battles.
Messy. Messy. Messy is what we call today, Hordon.
Yeah.
I'm not sure there are other words for it. I mean, you could probably throw out certain legal terms, but it's messy. It's human nature.
Human nature?
We are violent creatures. Yeah.
I don't pretend that I'm not.
Do you know what your line of reasoning gets you? Do you know what happens when people lose all decency and they give in to barbarism? What you get are people who are willing to do anything. What you get are people desperate enough to invade a colony and slaughter their people. You are speaking the word of the oppressor.
Excuse me?
Oh, excuse me.
We're fighting against an invasion. We're fighting against people who want to control us. And I don't think we necessarily need to bicker about terminology and methods and what have you. But what Hordon is saying is correct.
And what happens after?
This is a war. We are soldiers.
Sidebar now, please.
Go for it.
Should we keep role-playing, or...?
Hold on.
We'll hold on.
Did I do something bad?
No. Oh
You
my.
did commit a war crime.
It's not a war crime. It was following direct orders, and we totally didn't have a set of trials about that.
No. This is great roleplay, by the way. Zoifiya is mad at Fuyuki. I'm not mad at Vincent.
Yeah, I know. I just I get paranoid. And also like I kind of shrug and gesture at like what we all discussed was going to happen in redoing this session anyway.
Yeah. I'm a bit. I honestly, I think the hospital was like a better choice, in my opinion.
I mean, that would have made it a much stickier situation for Fuyuki.
Yeah.
Not for
And I've
Hordon.
been
See, Hordon respects the soldiers to a certain degree, but Hordon 100%. No moral gray spot, no questions, no lost sleep at night. Tie that dude up, toss him out the hospital window.
So
Odd blind to come back
I've
to.
had I
Yeah.
have one moment while I just correctly mark out the part, just the video
The-
part, so I don't misremember which one goes where.
Yeah.
A moment of silence. The scene goes back to you. So, Jozsua.
Well, you just sort of deep breath in and out. After what happened today, and also just now, it's pretty clear that you have absolutely no respect or value whatsoever for my insight as a commander. I have completely lost control of my unit. I've lost the respect of my subordinates. I can't even get a word in edgewise these days. So, effective immediately, he says, sort of looking around at the three, I'm resigning as the commander of 2 Rafa.
Oh, shit, Cap.
I don't necessarily think that's necessary.
I think you do. I think your actions have shown that you think it's, both by actions and words, you've shown it's imminently necessary.
Well, Hordon and I never exactly got to the point of why it is that we came here. And it's that so we can discuss everything out in the open. Work
What's to
through all of
discuss?
this stuff.
Fuyuki, I won't disagree with the captain. We have shown a great degree of disrespect for him. But I don't necessarily think that is all your fault, Captain. I think that is a case of... What's the word I'm looking for? You feel new to me. And I think
We've known each
there's a
other for
good-
7 months, Little John.
that is not that long.
All things considered, it
But
is
my
not
point-
that long.
My point
To a
is...
joke, and it's quite a while. Culture clash moment.
My point being, Captain, is that I just think you need time.
Time.
But
If anything, things are getting worse. When we met, you charge in without orders. Today, you allow the killing of civilians to go by unmarked and then lie to my face about it.
those weren't civilians.
Those were not civilians.
Prisoners. There isn't actually a difference. Legally, they're both outside of combat.
Cap, have you ever been party to a sack before?
No. Of course I haven't.
I've seen ships sacked. It ain't pretty.
No.
Have you
I
ever
doubt it.
been
I
boots
nearly
on the
puked.
ground in the shit? Like I have?
I don't think that makes it any more legal or
I'm-
moral. And I don't think
See-
you folks care about that. Clearly, we've got a fundamental difference in how to approach the leadership of this unit. I think morality matters. You two don't. That's why I can't lead you.
Cap, I'm not going to dissuade you. I believe you lack real world experience.
Can we please stop with this talk that somehow your experience on the ground makes up for what happened today?
Oh no, that shit is horrible. It's terrifying. It's
Yeah, I wouldn't
deeply
recommend it.
troubling.
Then why'd you feel the need to lie to me about it?
Didn't lie.
You did, he said, pointing at Tootie. If
I
it's so
think-
moral and upright and necessary and inevitable, why'd you lie about it?
Because I understand the current system would not necessarily agree with what I think is morally upstanding and right and fine.
The current
I-
system? He says
That
sort of
we
like,
exist in within this army, is what I mean. Like you said, we have procedures and
talking about
standards.
the
and-
law?
You bastard, I covered for you!
Hordon looks at Zoifiya, wide-eyed.
We both saw what happened in that alley, and you went behind my back.
How did I go behind your back?
I thought if we just didn't talk about it, then you'd get over it. That we wouldn't have to. We wouldn't have to talk about what we saw in that alley, and yet you created a situation a million times worse. You got... She's like having a panic attack, like breathing in and out, like holding onto the wall.
I have seen that, and worse, in my time. And I guarantee you that what happened back at that colony is not the worst it could get. And I also guarantee you that had we been too pushy with the NLF, there would probably be a lot more of them dead. There would probably be a lot more fighting.
So we've got two of my. All right, guys, my mind's made up. Two of you have lied to my face about extremely serious matters. Two of you, somewhat different two, have frequently just completely ignore my orders in the field. If I'm in charge, no one's happy with this. Otherwise, you would listen to what I say and be honest with me.
So
Three
then
of you
where do we
work
go
out
from
who's
here?
going to be. The three of you work out who's going to be in charge of two, Rafa.
And you?
Or me? Not that you. Why would you care?
Call it curiosity.
Cap, we still like you.
I don't think you do.
I disagree with you, but that's like the core tenets of this army.
Exactly. You can disagree with someone and still like them.
I don't know. I puked my guts out a dozen times today. My family's kind of falling apart back at home. And I just don't know. I'm kind of stuck here. I mean, we all are. I feel like it would be borderline desertion to request a transfer. I don't know. But
Cap,
I'm going to join you folks. I'm not going to rat out on a Rafa mate again, he says, looking over at Zoifiya. I'm not going to repeat the worst decision I ever made, no matter how much I thought and think it was justified at the time and now. So, we're all liars together, he says with a sardonic smile, and he pushes forward an after-action report, proffering forward 2D's accounting of events.
And
Cap-
You
with
have my back,
that,
Captain.
With that, we close in episode on. It's very soon, very soon. The rest of the summer offensive is to leave that for next time on Untold.
Frankly, the tensest